This is Tank's Vlog, brought to you by Allow Me to Be Frank, the weekly podcast you can hear on iTunes and SoundCloud. This week's guest is Casey Smith from the Barstool College Football Show. Great show we did. It was about football. We talked about some of the rivalries. You really have to tune in. We talk about who the Cleveland Browns of the NCAA is. So tune in to Allow Me to Be Frank, SoundCloud or iTunes. It's September 19th, 2018. We're going to wrap up the day in sports. September 19th is I be my captain. It be talk like a pirate day. So I don't know, but doing this voice hurts my throat, and I'm not going to do it. Oh, I tell you. The New York Yankees dodged a first-class, self-inflicted bullet today. I have never seen a ninth inning like I saw watching the end of the Yankee game. Aroldis Chapman obviously not ready to take his closer role back, so they had Zach Britton out there. So Zach Britton gets the first guy to strike out. Pass ball, Gary Sanchez. Fortunately, he was able to get to the ball in time and throw the guy out at first, although he almost pulled Neil Walker off the bag. Then a walk, and the Yankees looked like they had the game won. Double play ball, dropped. Then they got another double play ball. This time the ball was thrown away. And then, fortunately for the Yankees, got a third chance for that double play and actually made it. But, wow, just think if Gary Sanchez didn't pick up that pass ball in time. Or Neil Walker couldn't hold it back. This would have been the biggest implosion in the history of the Yankees. And they've had some bad implosions against the Red Sox. And the Yankees didn't do anything with the bats. Aaron Judge, of course, you can't really expect him to jump back in the lineup and be the regular Aaron Judge. But Neil Walker got the big 3-1 homer after Nathan Eovaldi left. And that was all the runs the Yankees had. Final score 3-2. Keeps the Red Sox from clinching at least on Tuesday. With the 3-game series, all the Red Sox have to do is win one to celebrate on the field in the Bronx. You know who might be the unluckiest man in baseball this year? Is Blake Snell. Blake Snell has 20 wins. Will likely be the only 20-game winner in baseball this year. Blake Snell has an ERA under 2. Blake Snell has 200 strikeouts. Blake Snell plays for the Tampa Bay Rays. And he is as anonymous as anyone is in the game today. Now, this Cy Young was in the grasp of Chris Sale of the Red Sox. Chris Sale still has a lower ERA at 192. But with the injuries and the missed time of Sale the last 6 weeks, pretty much, he's missed a month. I mean, who knows how much he's going to pitch down the stretch, especially with the Red Sox all but securing the division title. I mean, they'll probably give him like a few starts so he's ready for the postseason. But isn't it time to really start looking at Blake Snell? Blake Snell for the Cy Young? I mean, the wins aren't important. But 200 strikeouts plus a 1.97 ERA? Only two pitchers in baseball have a better ERA than Snell. And that's Sale and DeGrom. And due to the injuries that Sale has suffered, hurt his candidacy enough that you got to give it to Snell. That's going to be interesting when the voters put pen to paper in a few weeks. And just think, the Tampa Bay Rays have an 84-66 record. No shot at the playoffs. They're 6 games out of the wild card spot. If they were in the Central Division, they'd be tied for first place. They had the same record as the Cleveland Indians. Indians today beat the White Sox 5-3, and they've already got the Central Division locked up. They're just getting ready for the postseason. Astros are starting to close in on their division championship with a 7-0 win over the Mariners. Meanwhile, the A's lost a slugfest to the Angels 9-7. Very costly loss for Oakland in their pursuit to host the wild card game against the Yankees. National League. The West might be even won tonight. The Rockies, bad news yesterday. They got hammered by the Dodgers. Trevor Story got hurt. Now it looks like Trevor Story will probably miss the rest of the season. And he was an MVP candidate. And it's going to be tough without him the rest of the way. And today they lost a heartbreaker on a Chris Taylor walk-off home run. Dodgers now lead by a game and a half. And they're also a game and a half out of the second wild card spot as the Cardinals beat up on the Braves 8-1. Matt's got a great start. Steven Matz, another home run. Great defense. And then our idiot manager pulls him out, brings in the bullpen, and it's poof! Mets had the lead. Here comes the bullpen. Now it's gone. Paul Sewell, not Paul, Jerry Blevins. What an awful season he has had. What an awful season he had. Drew Smith, ugly. And Drew Smith actually has pitched well tonight, notwithstanding, but that bullpen was ultimately the biggest Mets Achilles heel, and time again it failed this year. Time and time again. Even when they got off to the 11-1 start, it was the bullpen that faltered first. It was the bullpen that faltered in May. Everything went wrong in June, so you can forget about that, but too many what-ifs for the Mets. Too many what-ifs. Cubs look like they're starting to get things together. Big home run by Javier Baez as he makes his case for MVP, as the Cubs beat down the Diamondbacks 9-1. Diamondbacks were in a 3-team race in the National League West, but it looks like the car has broken down, and everyone else is going bye as they sit next to the Phillies and go, yep, wake me up when September ends, Giants beat the Padres 5-4. Brewers, they lost today 3-1, so that helps the Cubs move closer to clinching the Central. It was the Nationals 4-2 winners over the Marlins. The Twins beat the Tigers 5-3. The Pirates behind Jameson Taillon, but he didn't get the decision. He was probably the best pitcher today. He got a 2-1 win on a walk-off hit in the 11th inning. In Camden Yards, the Orioles wore Braille uniforms for the blind and lost to the Blue Jays 6-4. That reminds me that the blind are probably the luckiest Baltimore fans of them all, because they have not had to see that team play. That loss drops the Orioles' record on the season to 43-108. Yes, that is now the worst season in the history of Baltimore Orioles baseball. Today's 3 stars are Jameson Taillon of the Pirates, who went, "Aye, me captain, a nice pitcher, and what a player to be named the first star on the night before Pirate Day." Nathan Eovaldi is our second star, who the Yankees were so happy to see him taken out of the game because he had them handcuffed, befuddled, and confused, pitching 6 innings without allowing a run. And Daniel Murphy, who continues to remain red hot for the Red Sox, for the Cubs. Today's birthday shout-out goes to one of the best second basemen of all time, Joe Morgan, who was a key cog in the Big Red Machine. Then he went on to become an awful baseball announcer. Today, Joe Morgan turned 75. And we take a look back to 1988, a scary moment indeed, when Greg Louganis hit his head on the diving board trying a 2.5 pike flip. And he had a concussion, needed stitches, but came back 15 minutes later and nailed his next dive to ensure his way into the finals of the springboard competition and won gold medal again as he repeated his efforts as a double gold medalist in Seoul. Now, little did people know at the time, Greg Louganis had the HIV virus, but there was never any threat thanks to the chlorine and the water, but what really was a scary moment, and in more ways than one. So check out the full story at Barstool Sports and the Sports Encyclopedia where sports history lives. And don't forget, Allow Me to Be Frank, SoundCloud, iTunes, and I Don't Talk Like a Pirate on there. Good day.